You were not born to be broke. You were not born to struggle. You were not born to live in lack. You were born rich, but somewhere along the line you were programmed. Not by choice, by environment, by family, by school, by the news. You were programmed to believe that money is hard to earn, that success is only for the lucky few, that being wealthy means sacrificing your values. That's a lie. I want you to understand something very important. Money is not the problem. The problem is the programming you've accepted as truth. The good news is this: programming can be changed. You can rewire your mind. You can change your paradigm. And when you do that, money will start to move to you. Ideas will come. Opportunities will appear. You'll begin to attract wealth like a magnet. This isn't fantasy. This is science. This is energy. This is how the universe responds to your vibration. Let's break it down. Most people are conditioned to believe in limits. They say things like, I can't afford that. Money doesn't grow on trees. You need money to make money. Those phrases are not facts. They are beliefs. And beliefs are just thoughts you keep thinking. What happens when you change the thought? The belief changes. What happens when you change the belief? The result changes. That's the secret. You don't get rich by working harder. You get rich by thinking differently. You get rich by acting in alignment with wealth. You see, most people are stuck in the wrong paradigm. A paradigm is a mental program that controls your habitual behavior, and 95% of what you do every single day is habitual. So if your habits are rooted in lack, fear, and doubt, your results will reflect that. But if your habits are rooted in abundance, confidence, and vision, money will come. It has to. It's law. The law of vibration is always working, and money is attracted to high vibration. So ask yourself right now, what am I vibrating? What am I thinking? What am I expecting? Because your current financial reality is a mirror of your inner world. Change the inner, the outer must change. Let's go deeper. Everything you experience with money today is the result of your past programming. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're unlucky. It's because you've been conditioned to think a certain way. And here's the real danger. Most people never question their beliefs. They just accept them as facts. They live their entire life inside a mental prison. But today, we break the walls. Today, we shatter the myths. You don't have to live by someone else's limitations. You don't have to inherit their fears. You get to choose your beliefs. You get to build a new reality. The first step is awareness. Start listening to how you talk about money. Notice the emotions that come up when you think about your bank account. Are you relaxed, confident, expecting more, or are you stressed, fearful, and shrinking? That's the vibration you're operating on. And that's what you're attracting. You must take full responsibility for your thoughts, because when you do, you take back your power. No more blaming the economy, no more blaming your past, no more blaming your job. Blame is easy, but blame keeps you broke. Ownership transforms everything. Say it with me. I am the creator of my financial reality. I am the architect of my mind. I am the commander of my vibration. And starting today, I choose wealth. I choose abundance. I choose to upgrade my programming because I was not born to live in limitation. I was born to live in expansion. I am done playing small. I am ready to rewire my mind for money. And that's exactly what we'll do in the next part. Let's begin. The subconscious mind is the control center of your life. It's the operating system behind your thoughts, actions, habits, and results. It's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And here's the catch. It does not question what you feed it. It accepts everything. It doesn't analyze, it doesn't reason, it doesn't reject, it just accepts. So whatever you've consistently told it or allowed others to tell it becomes truth. If you've told it money is hard to get, it will make sure you struggle. If you've told it, I'm not good with money, it will sabotage your efforts. If you've told it, wealth isn't for people like me, it will block opportunities from reaching you. It's not because you're unlucky, it's because you've been hypnotized by repetition, hypnotized by limitation. Now let me give you something that should shake your soul awake. You've been programmed since birth, not with bad intent, but with ignorance. You were raised by people who were also programmed. They passed down their beliefs, fears, and doubts, and you accepted them without even realizing it. Think about it. When you were a child, you had no critical thinking skills. You absorbed everything. You watched your parents stress about bills. You listened to arguments about money. You saw fear when rent was due. All of that went straight into your subconscious. And it's still there, still running in the background, still creating your results. But here's the powerful part. You can change the program. You can install a new belief system, and the subconscious mind will accept it if you give it repetition. Repetition is the mother of mastery. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. You can't just think rich thoughts once. You have to impress them over and over again. Just like how negative thoughts got in through repetition, you override them the same way. Affirmations, visualization, gratitude, autosuggestion, environmental upgrades, all of these are tools to reshape the mind. Say it. Money flows easily and freely into my life. I am aligned with wealth and abundance. I am open to receiving more than ever before. Repeat it in the morning. Repeat it at night. Repeat it when doubt creeps in. Repeat it until your subconscious starts to believe. Because once it believes, it will show you a new world. It will guide you to ideas, decisions, and actions that align with wealth. It will shift your vibration. It will attract new people, new doors, new results. You won't need to force anything. The results will become automatic because your inner world is different. And when the inner changes, the outer follows. You're not here to live from memory. You're here to live from vision. So now ask yourself, what do I want to believe? What do I choose to feel about money? What do I want to install into my mind? This is your moment. This is where you begin the reprogramming. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't worry about how. Start speaking it. Start writing it. Start seeing it. Start living it. You are not your past. You are not your old beliefs. You are not your family's limitations. You are powerful. You are abundant. You are worthy of more, and your subconscious is listening right now. So speak the truth you want to live. If you cannot see yourself wealthy, you will never be wealthy. The mind doesn't create what it cannot imagine. So if your self-image is built on lack, fear, and scarcity, wealth will feel unnatural to you. Even if you stumble into money, you'll lose it, because the image in your mind doesn't match the reality you desire. That's why visualization is not optional. It is essential. You must build a picture of wealth so clear, so detailed, so emotionally charged that your subconscious begins to accept it as real. Every morning you need to step into that image, and every night you need to reinforce it. You see, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's real. If you give it enough detail, enough emotion, and enough repetition, it will start creating the circumstances necessary to match the image you've built. This is not magic. This is science. This is frequency. You are a transmitting and receiving station. What you send out in thought and feeling is what comes back in form and result. So when you visualize your future, don't just see the money. Feel the emotions, feel the confidence, feel the joy. Walk through your new house in your mind, see the numbers in your bank account, hear the sound of the car you drive, smell the scent of your office, touch the leather seat, taste the celebration meal. You must fully involve your senses. That is how you activate your subconscious. That is how you create faith. And faith is the bridge between thought and reality. This is how all great things are built, in the mind first. And don't worry about how it will happen. That's not your job. Your job is to hold the image. The image will attract the ideas. The image will attract the people. The image will attract the situations. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of vibration. That's the law of cause and effect. Whatever you impress on the mind must express in the body. Whatever you internalize emotionally will manifest externally, physically. This is why you must protect your mind from images of lack. Turn off the news. Stop scrolling mindlessly. Avoid conversations rooted in fear. Build your world within before expecting it outside. And let me tell you something. You don't need to have money to start seeing yourself wealthy. You don't need to have the business yet. You don't need to have the opportunities in front of you. You start in the invisible. because everything visible started there. Look around you. Every invention, every skyscraper, every brand, every dollar in your wallet all started as an idea, and someone dared to hold on to that idea long enough for it to become real. So what idea will you hold? What image will you obsess over? What future will you paint so clearly in your mind that the world will have no choice but to match it? That is your power. That is your gift. That is your birthright. Visualize daily. Visualize powerfully. Visualize specifically. Visualize emotionally, because you don't become wealthy by accident. You become wealthy by design, and you design first in the mind. Everything in your life has a frequency: your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and yes, your money. Money is energy. It is not just paper. It is not just numbers in a bank. It is a flow, a vibration, a frequency, and that means something incredibly important. You must match the frequency of money if you want to attract more of it. You cannot attract money while holding on to fear. You cannot attract money while criticizing those who have it. You cannot attract money while believing it's evil, dirty, or hard to come by. You have to raise your vibration. You have to feel abundant before the money shows up. That's the work. That's the secret. That's the shift. Most people say, I'll feel abundant when I have more money. But the truth is, you won't have more money until you feel abundant. The universe responds to your dominant vibration. Not your wishes, not your words alone, your vibration. And your vibration is made up of your thoughts plus emotions plus beliefs plus expectations. So ask yourself, what do I believe about money? What do I expect? How do I feel when I think about wealth? Your answers will tell you your vibration. Now let me tell you how to shift that vibration. Start with gratitude. Gratitude is the highest emotional frequency you can operate on. It dissolves resistance. It attracts flow. Be grateful for every dollar you already have. Be grateful for the money others have. Be grateful in advance for the wealth that's on its way. Say, thank you for the wealth that surrounds me. Thank you for the abundance in my life. Thank you for the freedom that's flowing to me now. Speak it, feel it, mean it. Next, give money good meaning. Stop saying things like, I hate money. Money stresses me out. I'm always broke. Because every time you say those things, you lower your frequency and you push money away. Instead, reframe it. Money is a blessing. Money helps me serve others. Money expands my freedom. You'll start to notice shifts, small inflows, random opportunities, unexpected gifts. That's confirmation you're getting into alignment. And finally, act like a wealthy person. I don't mean recklessly, I mean confidently, I mean calmly. Wealthy people don't panic when money moves. They don't hoard, they don't chase. They trust flow. They move with intention. They carry certainty. You have to become that energy now, even before the results show up. Because your energy is what creates the results. Say it. I am already wealthy. I am already aligned. I am already in flow. Hold that vibration. Live from it. Walk like it. Think like it. Because when you do, money will find its way to you. Not because you chased it, but because you became a match for it. Now that your mind is shifting, now that you've raised your vibration, now that your subconscious is beginning to align with abundance, it's time to take inspired action. Let's be clear. Wealth does not come from just thinking. Thinking is the beginning. Belief is the foundation, but action is the bridge. However, not all action is created equal. There is a difference between forced action and inspired action. Forced action is driven by fear. It feels heavy, desperate, uncertain. It's the grind mentality, doing just to do, hoping for results. Inspired action feels different. It feels guided. It feels right. It comes from within. You'll feel a nudge, a pull, an idea that just won't go away. That's your spirit talking to you. That's your intuition. And your job is to trust it, to move, to act before you're ready. That's where the magic happens. That's where opportunities are unlocked. Now listen closely, because this will change your life. The universe responds to action, not just any action, action that comes from the new vibration you're living in. If you've reprogrammed your mind for wealth, your actions will now match that belief. You'll speak differently. You'll make decisions faster. You'll stop hesitating. You'll start investing in yourself, you'll follow through, you'll stop chasing money, and instead, you'll attract opportunities. You don't need to see the full path, you just need to take the next step. Faith is walking forward without knowing what's around the corner, trusting that the bridge will appear beneath your feet. You've been waiting for too long, waiting for clarity, waiting for a sign, waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. The sign is within you. The clarity comes as you move. You have everything you need to begin. You always have. This is your season of action. This is your time to build. This is your moment to step forward. And when the action is aligned with your vibration, it won't feel like a burden. It will feel like a calling. Start the business, write the plan, make the call, send the message, create the content, share your gift, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if it scares you. That's how you grow. That's how you expand. That's how you rise. Wealth is not just about having money. It's about becoming the person who attracts it. And that person is decisive. That person takes action. That person does not wait for permission. Say it. I take bold, aligned action toward my vision. I act from abundance, not fear. I walk with certainty, even when the path is unclear. You've already planted the seeds in your mind. Now it's time to water them with movement, with decision, with courage. You will be tested. There will be days of doubt, but the action must continue, because every step you take confirms your belief, and that belief becomes momentum, and that momentum becomes manifestation. The world responds to those who move. The universe opens doors for those who knock, and money flows to those who trust, believe, and act. You are ready. You are called. You are aligned. Now go and claim the abundance that's already yours. Every one of us has mental blocks, emotional scars, buried fears, and if left unchecked, they silently sabotage our abundance. They whisper thoughts like, who am I to be rich? What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I lose it all? These thoughts are not truth. They're echoes of old programming, of past disappointments, of someone else's fear planted in your subconscious. Now is the time to release them. You are not that child who was told to be quiet. You are not that teenager who was laughed at. You are not that adult who once struggled. You are new. You are evolving. You are becoming. And it's time to forgive yourself, to let go of shame, to release guilt, to stop carrying what no longer belongs to you. Take a deep breath and say, I release every thought that no longer serves me. I forgive myself for the past. I let go of all fear, doubt, and judgment. I choose to step fully into my power, because abundance isn't just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from insecurity, freedom from the limitations placed on you by others or by your past self. And when you claim that freedom, you unlock everything. The confidence, the clarity, the calling. This is what you've been preparing for. This is what all the inner work leads to. You becoming the person who no longer needs permission. You becoming the person who walks in certainty. You becoming the person who doesn't just dream about wealth, but embodies it. You don't need to wait for the world to catch up. You don't need to ask if it's okay. You are here to rise. You are here to expand. You are here to prosper in every area of life, financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, because true wealth is holistic. And the moment you start living from that place, everything aligns, everything accelerates, everything opens. Now, I want you to walk away from this message with one final thought. You are powerful beyond measure. You are more than capable. You are already worthy. You are not here to survive. You are here to thrive. You are not here to hope. You are here to create. You are not here to beg. You are here to command. So claim your abundance. Own your greatness. Reprogram your mind and never look back, because you were born rich. And now you finally remember who you are. Now go live it.